Darryl, just your initial thoughts, firstly, please.
Obviously disappointed to lose. I thought the first half, we got blown away a little bit. I don't think we handled the start to the game at all. I thought our first set was great, and then we was way too loose defensively, and Saints were put the foot down at the start of the game. So I was at half time. I was probably as sort of aggressive as I've been in delivery for a fair while. Just around belief really, and I thought we started to play. It was a real good battle at the start of the second half, and then we're in the game. I just thought we were much more durable in the second half, and we found a way back into the game. And I thought we were a little bit unlucky in the end, but obviously I don't think we're going to win the game. But I thought the second half was a much better performance, and I just thought we went at it with a different attitude. I thought Kozza came off the bench and was outstanding, and we went with him and started to create a little bit more. It's always going to be difficult with only one half back on the field and Pitsy filling in at the other half. But I thought we found a way of playing that caused St Helens a lot of trouble, so I just think the lessons for us are going to make us a better team. And this is always a tough place to come. But I was just saying to the boys there, we got to have genuine belief to come here and win a game, and go to Wigan and win a game, places like that. And I think it's coming, but it's not quite there yet with all of our boys. So it's something for us to work towards.
But you've won at Warrington, Leigh and Leeds. Why would you not have belief coming?
Yeah, but I think St Helens and Wigan away for me are a little bit different. I think this is an incredibly. I mean, Cass didn't win here for I don't know how long it was, 30 odd years. Wigan's the same. I think they just have some kind of different aura about them, and I think you've got to be very good to come here and win. And I don't think we were good enough in the first half to do that. And I'm talking about belief, talking about a team that's come up from the champ and is competing pretty well, really well. But there are going to be times where we learn pretty harsh lessons, and I thought the first half tonight, I thought we did.
Did you feel it was a lost cause by half time?
Not really, no. I've asked the boys to win the second half, and we did that. So there's some real positives in there for us. But I think we're just learning all the time and growing, and for some players today, I thought there's some real big lessons. And for others, I thought they were fantastic. Second half, I thought it was a team. We were much better second half. We competed much harder. I think we're going to have to get a little bit down and dirty at the ruck, to be honest, because I think some of the ruck speed is like frighteningly bad, and there's some of the dark arts that are going on are pretty tough to take. But I'm not holding my breath with that, so we just have to get in with it.
I don't want to get you in trouble again.
No, I'm not. I just think it's bad. I mean, and what time is it? 12 o'clock yet? You know what I mean? Come on.
Too long,
Come on. It's just, I'm a broken record at the minute, so I'm not going to go on about it again. But I was really proud of the boys, in the second half and the way that they've acquitted themselves under a fair bit of pressure there from a team that was pretty desperate to win. They're under a bit of pressure, and we've done a good job there in the second half in particular.
Kozza was great, wasn't he, off the bench? Do you wish you brought him on a bit earlier?
Well, I probably started him, to be honest. I just think, and again for me, lessons for me. So I think as a coach, where you have real confidence and belief in some players, and then not so much in others, if you know what I mean. And there, the boys are working hard to grow that. I mean, Cos came to see me last week, and he was sort of saying, "Well, what do I need to do?" I said, "Well, just do that. Just do that, and then you'll be all right." So I was really pleased with him tonight. I thought he was phenomenal in the second half, and. He created so much for us with his little short passing game, and then we got a little bit of tempo in what we were doing, and it's great. Yeah, so look, I'm reasonably pleased, to be honest. I think, I thought we could come here and win half time. Going, well, look, I have to reset my sort of feelings on the game, and I thought we achieved something in the second half.
What do you say about that last try? Crazy, amazing try, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we score great tries, don't we? I think when we start playing the way we know we can. We needed a little bit of ruck speed, and I thought when Caleb came back off the bench, he started landing the ball on the floor, and that created ruck speed, and then it created opportunities, and we started sort of playing with a little bit more freedom. I thought we were just in a straitjacket in the first half and couldn't really get in a field position. But and I thought we were unlucky. I thought that there's an obstruction try there which should have gone to the video ref, but it doesn't. And there's a couple of little bits I thought we were unlucky. I thought they iced some real smart things and got a decent lead on us. But it's important when you're in a team sport like rugby league that you keep fighting, because nothing's ever a lost cause. You can easily chip away at leads and you can score points pretty quick. So I was really pleased with the second half, like I said.
Just lastly from me, Seth Nicotima made his Super League debut. What was your appraisal of him, and did he pick up a knock at the end?
No, I think I was just worried because he's come back from an injury, and he hasn't been out on the field a lot, so he was just sort of precaution really. But yeah, he's pretty solid. He'll get better. Obviously, it was a tough night tonight. He'll be out there for 80 minutes when it's your first game of Super League. So I thought he did a good job, and he'll grow from that.
Cheers, Donald.
Sorry if you asked this midweek. What is the situation in the halves? Obviously, Chris playing there today.
Well, Jake Truman's got a back problem that is ongoing, and Ollie Russell broke his hand last week, so it's injury really. So,
well, is there the potential to look into recruitment for that spot?
Oh no, I'm hoping Truey's not going to be too far away. I mean, obviously we're missing Max at fullback as well, so we're missing a little bit of strike there. But Rocky's done a decent job. He's a different player to Max, but no, I don't think so at this point. I'd rather trust what we've got at the moment.
You just mentioned Josh Rock. Just pick you up on that. Obviously, he had a difficult night last week. Do you feel he responded in the right way tonight? Because he had some nice involvements, didn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I think he's. I just think he's growing. He's getting better as a player and learning a fair few things. I think he's learning every week, and he's understanding. See, thought he was playing amateur football, rugby 4 years ago. He's on a bit of a journey here to into the professional game. Even last year when he was at London, he was part time. So that there's in terms of his rugby development, he's still pretty young, to be honest.
Just on the short dropouts as well. If you'd had a third, would you have gone short with that one as well?
Well, I just want to tap it back for a try to the opposition. You know what I mean? I mean, that's
that's homework then for them, though, isn't it? They've looked at that from last week.
Yeah, well, we generally catch it. We caught the second one, didn't we? But the first one's, you pat it back. I mean, we're masters of giving tries away at the minute. We needed to start well tonight, I thought, and that is not a good start. So that was pretty disappointing. And then, we're 10-0 down in no time. I mean, that's pretty tough when you do that to yourselves. It took us a real while to sort of get anything, and then we get into good attacking positions and put two balls down. It's rugby league suicide, to be honest. Took us a while to get out of that mode.
Is the practice in the tactics there, obviously, with the winger jumping up so high? Do you expect someone to be maybe on your try line or 5 metres behind, which they will?
Yeah, I mean, that's happened to us once before this year, and we cleaned it up, but it's too risky for me. I said to Tom at half time, catch the ball, mate. He's jumped 15 foot in the air, just catch it. It'll be all right then. I just think it's too risky. It's not, it's not too bad if you do it on halfway. And you're doing that because there's a bit of ground behind you, but it's a crazy try to concede that, to be honest.
So is that something that the players talk about that they're going to do? That doesn't come from you, the short dropout? No,
short dropout does. Just don't bat it back. Right. You know what I mean? You catch it. Whenever we've done that before, apart from once, we've caught the ball and we generally get the ball back. I think we've got about a 70% success rate on that. So you're going to have a pop at it, aren't you? It's just if you bat it back, then it's a risk, too big a risk for me. So I won't be doing it again.